Oh, no, not at all. The PNP has been...
Okay, we were concerned that this might happen. We know Dr. Campbell is on the campaign trail. Let's try again one more time before we give up Dr. Campbell. Go again for me.
Are you hearing me?
Hearing you now for the moment.
Right, if you're hearing me now, just stop where I'm at.
If you're hearing me now, what?
Just stop where I am at.
Yeah, man, stop now and talk.
Okay, right. I'm saying we're not panicking at all. It is a narrow lead, but it's still a lead. The fact of the matter is, 4 years ago, I don't think anyone in the country thought that we'll be heading into the election in 2025 with a lead. And we also have the leader of the party increasing sharply in favorability from 30 to 39%, and having a higher favorability than the Prime Minister. We're not resting on our laurels, but we think we're in a position to win the election. We have been organized constituencies, and so with the polls being neck and neck, it's going to be a tough organization on the day, and we think we have a better organization on the day, because we have spent the last year pretty much making sure workers are in place, that they're trained, ensuring canvas in the field. And,
all right. So I'm so sorry to interrupt you. We're right at the break now, Dr. Campbell. Hold on there for me. Let me go to the break, do a little bit of business. We'll soon come. With us talking today about the latest party standings out today, showing the two parties in a dead heat. Now, the pollsters were in the field from August 2 to 11. So that's just over a week ago. They came out of the field to crunch the numbers. And the numbers show the two parties in a dead heat, 0.8, that's less than 1%, separating the PNP, leading the JLP 34.7% to 33.9%, and the 3% margin of error means that it is a dead heat. When asked why people would vote PNP, the top three reasons: number one, 29.1% to get rid of the JLP. Number two, 22.9%. I always vote PNP. And number three, 16.3%. I should just round up these numbers. Say, give them a chance to fix things. Top three reasons people said they would vote JLP. 31% said they're doing a good job. 29% said to continue the projects they started. 23% said they always vote JLP. We're talking to the PNP General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell. He is on the campaign trail, and his line was giving us a little bit of trouble. Dr. Campbell?
I'm still here.
Okay, right. So before the break, I'd asked you if you were panicking. You were saying no. Given the fact that we've seen the lead shrink coming from last year, September, and you had started to say that you're not, because you say you've done the work, and you were saying as well that you've done the training on election day itself.
Right. I was saying that it's still a lead. It is a narrow lead, but it's still a lead. And to go into an election, even in a statistical defeat, with the lead of the party's favorability increasing tremendously by 30% of the last.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Dr. Campbell. The line not working. We're going for abort. I'm so sorry, but we can't hear you properly.
You're not hearing me?
I hear you now, but then
okay.
I don't know if you're moving or something, but it's like I hear you now and then you go.
If you're hearing me now, I'll stay right where I'm at now.
All right, you told me that 5 minutes ago, but all right.
I did stop. I just came out of the vehicle.
Good.
I don't know.
I'm hearing you. Go ahead, please.
Right. I'm saying with the statistical dead heat, we are not panicking because it's still a lead for the PNP. It's a lead that we've maintained over 2 years, so it means that those persons are indeed convinced that they want to go with the PNP, and that we have also seen a sharp increase in the favorability of the leader by 30% over the last 2 months, and there's also a net favorability is higher for Mark Golding than it is for Andrew Holness. And I'm saying, based on all of these things, the factors why people vote, party, leader, and then the candidates, we have been spending the time to ensure that at the constituency level, that we are organized, that the workers are in place, they are trained, they are motivated. We've done our canvassing, we know where voters are, we have a mechanism in place to get them out on the day, and we have the resources to execute on the plans that we have. These polls were also conducted before we released a manifesto. Since then, we have been able to attract some more support, especially with the no tax on overtime and no tax on tips. Quite a few persons are also excited about the housing proposals, and it would have been after the JLP had their mass meeting and after they produced their achievement document. So we think that we still would be able to compete and win the election. The tight poll is probably a blessing because it will ensure that our people are not complacent, but they understand that we have to go out there and get out every single vote.
As you said, though, you release your manifesto, but the JLP manifesto is still to come. So they do have the opportunity now to get a bump from that. Plus, they've been blanketing with ads. They're blanketing their people and the PM out there on the trail as well. So
I'm not sure if there's much to come from a JLP manifesto. After you've been in power for 10 years, there isn't much that you can come to propose. You really have to campaign on achievements if you've been in power for 2 terms. It is the opposition that is to put forward proposals because they have not been in power where they could have implemented anything in the last 10 years. So I don't foresee that the JLP is going to get any additional support from doing that. They have done a lot of announcements, announced projects that are not going to start until 2 years' time. And with all of that, the PNP is still ahead. With all of the Prime Minister being out there touring till 1 a.m. in the morning, there's still a dead heat in the favorability ratings between him and Mark Golding. And Andrew Holness has a much higher unfavorable rating. Now, when I have a favorable rating of you, it doesn't guarantee that I'll vote for you. Because I can think that somebody who's a member of the Labour Party is a good person and I have a favorable. But when I have an unfavorable view of you, it's almost guaranteed that I won't vote for you. So him having a higher unfavorable rating means that he will not be able to be as strong a pull factor in the marginal constituencies as Mark Golding will be. And so it is going to be hand-to-hand combat, but we are prepared. We were prepared for this moment. To be frank, we were prepared to go into an election when we started in 2020 if we were behind. And so to be ahead is better than we anticipated when we start out. And so we are still confident that we will be able to execute on the day we see the clear path to 38 constituencies. And so we're still putting it out there that we should win 38 constituencies.
The point you just made, though, really doesn't hold up. When you say a ruling party or party in power doesn't have much to come with in terms of a manifesto, but there are always plans ahead. There's always a way forward. There are always new things people want to do. So, you know that don't hold up.
But no, they were already out of ideas and trying to co-op ours as their own. I mean, when we proposed a special economic zone for agriculture, they put that in their manifesto. I don't think they were actually thinking about transportation for rural kids until we proposed the Right program. There are several other things that they have only spoken about since we spoke about it. The houses have been built over the last 10 years. They're just not affordable. The Prime Minister was saying they're going to continue to build root vent towers for $40 million. We have put forward a proposal that we can build low-income houses, 50,000 of them. You won't have to pay for the land portion, and there will be a young deposit fund that young people are gravitating towards, and there will be a rent-to-own policy that will incorporate persons who are in the informal economy, the taxi drivers, hairdressers, barbers, shopkeepers, the farmers. Those persons are excited. They see a reason to vote. The 30,000 security guards, the nurses, the persons that work in the hospital who work overtime that is currently being taxed. They've heard the proposal that we will remove tax from overtime. And that will cause those persons to go out and vote whether it's raining, yes or no. So we believe that we'll be able to maintain our lead to the election day. And when we went into the local government last year, we were 1 point behind in the same Dan Anderson polls. And we were able to pull out the popular vote. We were able to win more divisions and get the same number of mayors. So being 1 point ahead, we're still confident that we'll be able to win this election.
A big deal in the last few weeks are the communication strategies, ads and so on. And we've heard both parties out there with ads. But again, opposition parties, a lot of the time, their war chest can't necessarily match that of the governing party. Is that a concern here?
We are not trying to match them. We're not trying to run a campaign being dictated by the Labour Party. We're running a campaign to execute on what we want to do. We have a song that has caught fire. It's infectious. Even the JLP supporters are dancing to it. That's a motivating factor that has generated a lot of energy among our base and others. We are now communicating to targeted segments to ensure that we can add to the 35% that we have. And so even if they put out 10 ads, they have an ad now with Darrell Vaz that should be given an Emmy for the worst ad ever. So, necessary quantity doesn't necessarily mean quality here. We are putting out quality ads that are speaking to these specific groups. Well, and remember that we still have a Manifesto Lite to come, because we didn't put out all our proposals. So we still have a Manifesto Lite that will come, that will summarize some of the things that are in the longer manifesto, and will come with some new ideas that I'm excited about myself, and I'm sure other persons will find them exciting and appealing.
What's the idea there? To wait till the JLP puts out its manifesto and then come with what you're calling your Manifesto Lite? Is that what you're doing?
Because we know what they're going to do. We say we're building 50,000 houses. They're going to come and say they're going to build 60,000. So we didn't put out all that we wanted to put out, because when you're in this game, we have to use brain. If we don't have money, we have to use brain power. And so we are going to put that out after they put out theirs.
In relation to the debates, nearly out of time, the debates start this week, Saturday. Social issues, remind our listeners, social issues. Saturday night.
For the Raymond Price and Senator Sophia Fraser-Binns on Saturday. Next week, Tuesday, is the economy debate with Julian Robinson, Peter Bunting, and Kisha Andis, now our treasurer. And then, of course, on Thursday of next week is the leadership debate, in which Mark Golding will prove to Jamaica that it is the sensible thing to do to replace Andrew Holness with Mark Golding. There's a better understanding of the economy, better understanding of law, is more compassionate, is somebody of high integrity and morals and values that will return order to Jamaica House and dignity.
The JLP, though, especially, let me start with Saturday, putting up a very strong team, though. So what's your preparation strategy?
Oh, a strong team. No, man, we are prepared. I don't know about them putting up a strong team. Raymond Price is probably the best debater in the political space. Damian Crawford is obviously an intellectual savant that can handle himself. And Sophia Fraser-Binns is a steady hand, very intellectual, calm and composed. And so we think we have a superior team. We didn't have to get help for finance. We could have sent Julian Robinson alone, but it's because the debate commission said it has to be a team debate. But Julian Robinson alone could go, because unlike the JP that has to send help from Minister Favour Williams, we did not have to send help with Julian Robinson.
Have to leave it there. I'm at the break. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lord. Have a good one.